We're live, baby. Ugh. What's poppin', gangsters? Let's give it a couple minutes, see if anyone wants to join up. If you're currently watching this, let's do some deep breaths. Join me. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale. And let's open our eyes on the exhale. Alrighty. Hello there. 'Tis a beautiful day. Like always. Every day is beautiful. So, let's just get into it, honestly. So today, oh shit. Let's wait a couple more minutes. Nah, I'll wait like 30 more seconds. I'm gonna bask in this day's glory. Every day's glory. Basking. Okay, cool. Alright, let's really start now. So, today's live, we're going to be talking about how to create a purposeful coaching offer, and then we're going to do a business Q&A at the end. So if anyone's here at the end, we'll do some question and answer, right? So, we have, I believe, 5 or 6 points here. Oh no, it's 4 actually. So we're starting with purposeful productivity, and then we'll go on to the mission map, which is basically how you start getting aligned to your purpose. Then we'll go to offer creation, so actually making your offer, and then we'll talk about content creation, so marketing your product so you can get your sale. Cool. So let us get into it. So purposeful productivity is my philosophy that you will work harder, work more, and produce better work. There you go. If you're working on something you love, something you enjoy, something that is impacting people that you want to impact, right? Cool. And so, in purposeful productivity, since you enjoy doing it, since you love doing the work you're doing, since you love impacting the people you're impacting, you will naturally produce more. You will naturally have the internal desire to create, to share, to give, to love. And this will express itself in creation. And so if you want to create as much as possible, you want to create authentically, if you want to be fueled by energy all the time when you're creating, instead of having to use willpower to get yourself to do things, sometimes you still need a bit of that. But a lot of the time with purposeful productivity, if you have the constraints you need in place, if you have maybe the blocks you need, or just what you're trying to do in the day, or in this certain time period, you can allow yourself the flow, the flexibility. You can allow yourself to feel into the creation. And that is everything. That's everything, truly. Feeling into the creation, feeling into recording videos every day, feeling into showing up and like giving energy, showing up on coaching calls, and like being my best self, being in flow, these things, I can just feel into them. And as I do that, I want to do it more because that is what I enjoy. That's what feels good for me. And so the 3 F's of purposeful productivity that reflect when you are in something you love and doing work you enjoy is fun, fulfillment, and flow state. Typically, if you're doing something that's fun, fulfilling, and flow state inducing, then you're going to want to do it more, which means you'll work more, you'll work harder, right? And you'll produce better work because you'll be committed to doing it. You'll be committed to enjoying it. You'll be committed to growth and improving your skills. That is going to reflect in your business. That's going to reflect in everything you create. What's poppin', gang? I don't know who in here. Say what's up. Pound it. We just started talking about purposeful productivity and how using purposeful productivity will unlock like your infinite creativity. Like we all have unlimited creativity at our hands, but we're blocked in using it most of the time because of trauma, because of fear of expression, because of having walls up, fear of being authentic, things like this that manifest. And so when we don't want to show who we are or feel like who we are can be expressed, how can we create if creation is merely an expression of ourselves, right? And so if we're unblocked and we're actually doing something, if we're creating out of feeling good, creating out of something that's going to, like, that we want to do, like, we're going to be so aligned and so intrinsically motivated to create that it can't not happen, right? Like, I've been doing this every day for almost 3 months at this point, and it's not because I'm like super disciplined and like get myself and let's go, Jay, sit your ass down and record this video. Nah, it's not really like that, right? Like sometimes I gotta be like, I don't feel like recording. And I be fucking around sometimes. That's how it is. But at the end of the day, I know that what I love is, I know what I'm doing is fun. I know that what I'm doing is fulfilling. I know I love to do it. And I know it's super flow state inducing. Like, I love making videos. The time goes like this. And so why would I not want to show up for this? I can't not show up for it, honestly. And when you have something like that, that will be your catalyst. It really will be. Since I've I uploaded my first YouTube video on February 24th, 2012, right? And about 3 weeks into my YouTube journey, I got a video that did 15, 20K views. Pretty crazy. And unfortunately, those numbers got to my head, right? And eventually, after posting on that channel for a year, I was like, dang, I'll never be able to get a video that does this well again. I started my worth started being super attached to these externals, right? And I didn't see it then, I didn't know it then, but I was slipping heavily into separation consciousness at that point. This is around when I was 10 years old. And it started manifesting and reflecting in other things in my life. In not wanting to dance because I really love dancing, but I can't dance, I'm not good at dancing. So if I do that, I'll look like an idiot, right? Pure blocking myself because I'm scared of judgment, fear. And so these things manifested in not wanting to express. I didn't draw or create comic books. Always loved making comics. I always loved drawing. And I didn't do those things anymore. I stopped making videos for real. And I didn't know it then, but it was because I started getting so misaligned with who I really was. And when you live out of that misalignment, it's very hard to create anything because creating is just an expression of the self. And so if you're misaligned with your authenticity, it's going to be hard to create because you'll just be creating things that aren't yours. And no one really feels good about creating stuff that isn't them, right? Because we all want to just show our light. We want to shine as bright as we can. And that shining is you. It is who you truly are. But that shining won't happen it won't happen if you're dimming yourself. You can't be as bright as possible if you feel like you can't shine as bright as possible because you felt dimmed by external circumstances. You felt dimmed by traumas or relationships or circumstances that life has thrown at you. Whatever these difficult things that have come into your life, they've manifested and they've felt like they've made you feel like you need to dim your light now. They made you feel like you can't be yourself. You can't express that truly. And because of that, that manifests in your ability to create because all creation is an expression of the self. And so if we want to start really tapping into our unlimited creativity, We need to find where these blocks are in our authenticity, find where these blocks are where we feel like we can't express, we can't be ourselves, and we need to love those parts of ourselves. And if there are people or circumstances attached to those things, we need to forgive those people or those circumstances. We need to forgive ourselves even. And this is a process that takes awareness. It takes learning and seeking where these things are. And it takes diligence, because as you're observing, as things come up in your life, you're going to see them and you're not going to want to address them, because addressing them is hard. It's painful. I get it. I was there for a long time. Like, my biggest block was my relationship with my maternal grandmother. And for a long time, she made me feel like I couldn't express my true self. I hid a lot of my femininity because of her. I felt like I had to box myself in. I couldn't express my feelings. And eventually this manifested into not creating art as much, because why express myself if what I express isn't good enough, right? And even like when I would like come home with good grades, like I was always an A and B student, never really cared to like, like growing up, you see the shirt, right? This is a science. This is an atom, right? So I'm a nerd. I've always loved science. I've always loved math, right? And in school, history and writing, like English, weren't really my things. I do get down with them, but I didn't like how they were taught to me. They didn't resonate with me in the school. And so I didn't apply myself to them, right? But what did I apply myself to? Science and math, because I love those things. That's a perfect reflection of purposeful productivity. I love science and math, and so I actually did the work for them. Now, I never really did homework, because I was like, why would I want to do work when I'm not at school? What are you talking about? I want to fuck around and play at home, right? But in school, if I like usually did my classwork early, like I would just do my homework in class, or I would do my homework like before school. Like honestly, I never did homework at home. But my love for science and math manifesting is A's, right? And then my not caring for English or history manifested in B's or C's, right? And that was how it was for me. And I would come home with these grades, right? And be like, oh yeah, great job, Day. And it would be love, and they would like give me gifts, right? They would like show that they cared, because that was how they really expressed that. But there was usually always a, but you could do better, right? Attached to it. And that always made me feel like what I had, what I was, just wasn't enough. I always had to strive for more. I always had to be more. And it's like, I didn't care to be more. This is what I am. Like, I want to be this, right? And so that made me feel like, okay, well, obviously what I am, who I am, isn't enough, right? And so I boxed myself for a long time, and I didn't decide to show myself to the world, because I thought, Jaden, who's he to show? He's not enough. So why show that to people, right? And that was a belief I held on to for a long time. And it really was rooted in these interactions that had piled over time with my grandmother. And so when I started becoming more self-aware of these things 5 years ago, when I was in freshman year of high school, about like 6 years ago at this point actually, it's like I started seeing these things, and I was like, okay, well, I understand that this is how it is. I understand why this is doing this to me, right? But I was still harboring this judgment. I was still harboring these negative emotions. I wasn't really allowing myself to feel them. And I wasn't willing to really let go of them, right? I just tried to push them to the side, push them to the back of my head. And that wasn't working, right? Because that's only suppressing. Suppressing isn't letting go. Pushing to the back of your head isn't dealing with it, right? Pushing to the back of your head, suppressing, it'll only grow. It'll only grow the energy, grow the desire, right? And so when it does come up, it'll be even greater. This is why addressing things as soon as possible is always the best, right? The best time was yesterday. The second best time is now. And so like, you can only act in the now. Don't worry about the past. But if you have something that's holding you back, if you have an anchor like I did, like that feeling like I couldn't express, like I couldn't be as feminine as I wanted to be, I couldn't create, right? That I wasn't enough. A lot of that was attached to this anchor I was holding with my grandmother. And I just one day was like, why am I still holding on to something that's just going to keep holding me back? Why am I still holding on to something that's not allowing me to be the person I want to be? And so I was like, yeah, nah, fuck this, right? And I called her up, right? And I told her about all the circumstances, all the things that had made me feel not enough, right? And she told me about why that had manifested in her life because of her relationship with her mother. And the thing is, like, I knew those things, and that's why I could feel like I could forgive and like I could understand her, right? But feeling like you can and actually doing it isn't the same thing, right? And so I felt like I forgave her to myself. I felt like I forgave her to God, but like actually forgiving her to her was what I needed to do to actually let it go. And so without that forgiveness, I wouldn't have really been able to alchemize that pain and turn it into purpose. And that is what we're all doing at the end of the day when it comes to purpose. It's trying to figure out, how can I alchemize the struggles that I've gone through? How can I turn my wounds into gifts? How can I turn my pain into purpose? How can I turn these things that I think life has handed to me as lead and really create them into the gold that they truly are? That's alchemy. And that is what we're doing here with purpose. Like, I like to see the point of purpose is like expanding the collective consciousness. But how the individual expresses purpose is unique to them. It's unique to your struggles, your skills, your experiences, your circumstances, the things you've overcome, the things you love, the things you believe in, right? These are things that are just completely unique to you. Your purpose is unique. Your code is unique. Your expression is unique. And so anything you create that's an expression of the self must also be unique. So how you expand the collective must also be unique. And so you can't really look to someone else to be like, oh yeah, what they're doing exactly, that's my thing. Because it can't really work like that. You can look to other people for inspiration. You can look to other people for blueprints, for steps, for guides. That's awesome, right? That's what I hope I am for you. But at the same time, you have to see that every single path is individual. Every single path. And that's the beauty of it. The beauty is that individuation. And the beauty is trying to figure out, what is my path? What is my divine expression? What is my truest creation? And it's a beautiful journey to find that. It's a beautiful journey to walk that. But it does take some exploring a lot of the time, especially if you've been in the wilderness for so long, if you've been in the dark for so long, if you've been in separation for so long. If you don't believe that you can find these things, you won't. It really is that simple. You are the creator of your reality. If you believe it, it is so. And so if you want to start unlocking your unlimited creativity, if you want to start shifting so you can start tapping into your purposeful productivity, where you can create infinitely, because that is what we are. We are creators, and there is no bound to our love, to our giving, to our creativity. And so the only bounds, the only limitations we have are the ones we put on ourselves, the ones that have been manifested by the illusion. And so seeing how seeing how the illusion has manifested in your life, seeing where separation has manifested in your life by the stories you tell yourself, the narratives, the judgment you hold that keeps you separate from others, the judgment you hold for yourself that keeps you separate from the truth. All of these, I'm having technical difficulties. Hopefully the stream didn't go off for y'all. So for me, that block was really like seeing how cased in my vulnerability and my authenticity was and overcoming that. And so that's how I created my first coaching offer, helping spiritual. Sorry about that. That is what my struggle was. That's something I overcame. And so I had a desire to just help other people do this as well. And so we're going to shift from talking about purposeful productivity, why you should be aligned in your purpose and why that helps you create more consistently, how that helps you unlock your infinite creation. And we're going to talk about how do you actually how do you apply knowing what you want to do? Like, how do you find what you know what you want to do, right? How do you find this mission or this desire map? I like to call it the mission map because I'm obsessed with the mission, but that's a very masculine approach. A more feminine approach is the desire map. Like, what do you want? What do you want to create? What do you want to see? What do you value that you want to build? What do you want to change? These are the things that are aligned with the self, right? And so if you want to try to get some more clarity on how to discover your mission or your desire map, I want to give you some questions, okay? So there's 5 here, I believe. Yeah, there's 5 here. So 1, what do you want? That's a very simple one. Like, when I ask you the question, what do you want? Just immediately what pops into your mind? Maybe it's money, maybe it's wealth, maybe it's love, maybe it's joy, maybe it's peace, Maybe it's, I don't know, water. Water's pretty good. Whatever it is, what do you want? What do you want to see? What do you want to see in the world, basically? Like, that's the real question. What do you want to see in the world? What do you want the world to look like? That is, what do you want? Because all of our desires are fueled by what we feel like the world should be seen as, and what we feel like would be best for the world, right? That's basically why we do anything, right? Because that's how we believe will expand the collective. And so if you understand, what do I want to see in the world? What is my vision? That is how you start doing anything. You start trying to figure out the vision. And so, like, my vision is to see people aware of God's love and wisdom. Like, education is everything to me. And so, like, in like one of my goals, my vision kind of manifests in a goal of wanting to rebuild the education system. Because it's just trash. It's really bad. It's complete separation. We're not going to talk about that. But I'm all about bringing awareness to people, because with the seeds of awareness, you can start seeing more clearly, right? And when you see more clearly, that's how you start changing. That's everything. And so I just want to bring more awareness to people, because there's so much darkness in the world. We need more light to be cast, and I want to cast that light. And the ways that really manifest for me are teaching. I've always been in love with teaching. I've actually I've really known it since I was like 5, when I was teaching my friends how to do math, right? In kindergarten, you know what I mean? It's like, y'all don't get this? This is so easy, right? But I was always able to like conceptualize these things, right? And I was always able to communicate them in in a simpler, more emotional way that allows people to understand it, right? I was actually yesterday, did I write this down? Let me see. I don't think so. Yesterday, I was trying to figure out, like, what are my 3 best qualities? Oh, it's in the abundance book, actually. What are my 3 best qualities? And I said, it's comprehension, which is like my ability to learn, communication, my ability to speak and write and like convey the things that I've learned, and it's connection, which is like my ability to connect with others and to feel and to love. And so because I can comprehend, like, this is like a more masculine trait, like wisdom, because I can connect, which is a more feminine trait, right? Feeling and like being with others, communicating and like really connecting with them on like a more vibrational feeling, like intuitive level. And then I can communicate, which is bridging these 2 worlds together. These are like my 3 biggest skills. And so like I see myself as a spreader of love and wisdom, because that's what I am. That's who I am. And that's what I love to do. And so I found out how to do these things, and I created my life around them. I created my business around them, which is why I show up and make YouTube videos, why I have a coaching offer, why I make courses, because that is how I express my comprehension. That's how I express my connection. That's how I express my communication. That is how Jaden expresses, right? Those are the greatest gifts that I have. And we all have these gifts. We all have something that we're more uniquely inclined to. And so what is that for you? What does that look like for you? And that's like the second question we're going to go to, right? So the first one was, what do you want to see? What is your vision? And the second is, what skills do you have? Like, what are you good at? And that was what I was just telling you. Comprehension, communication, connection. Those are the skills that I'm good at. Those are the things I'm good at. Maybe yours is also communication. Maybe you're a good speaker or a good writer. Maybe you're also really good at learning and comprehending concepts. Maybe you're an illustrator and you just can't stop drawing. You can't stop painting. That is your deepest and fullest way to express. Maybe you're a singer. Whatever it is for you, whatever your skills are, the things that you are good at, that is something that is most likely supposed to be in your life, because the things we're good at are typically also the things we love. And that is how you start actually wanting to do something every day. I love making videos. I'm good at making videos. I'm good at speaking. I'm good at learning. I'm good at connecting. I'm good at coaching because I'm a great listener. I'm a great teacher. These are the things that I'm good at, And so I align my business model to these things. And so if you understand what your skills are, you can start figuring out, okay, what can I do for, like, what skills do I have that align, that I love to do, that are fun, that are fulfilling, that I can help others do, or help others with rather, and that are flow state inducing, right? Because typically if we're doing something we love, we're going to be getting into flow by doing it. We're going to be super present, super one with it. Flow state is really just being in oneness. It's just being the doing. Honestly, that's kind of hard. That's kind of weird to say. We can talk about that some other time. But flow state is just being one with the task, one with the doing. There's no mind. There's no thoughts. There's only presence. There's only flow. There's only channeling. That is flow state. And typically, flow state can only come if the challenge and the skill are equal, or if the challenge slightly exceeds the skill. Because in either scenario, there could be issues. There could be friction if the challenge and skill aren't equal. If you are, let's say you're an elite MMA fighter, and you've been training every day for 12 years, this has been your life, right? What would happen if you got told to like get into the ring with a rookie, get into the ring with a complete novice, right? You're an elite fighter, been training for 12 years of your life, but someone's telling you you're gonna fight a rookie who's never even thrown a punch. You're not gonna want to do that. It'd be boring. It'd be unchallenging. It's like, what's the fun? Where's the challenge? What's the point? And now put yourself in the rookie shoes. You're like, oh man, what the hell? I gotta fight this guy who's been training for 12 years. I've never even thrown a punch correctly, but I gotta fight someone who's training, whose life has been training for the last decade. Yeah, I don't think so. And so you don't do that because it's anxiety inducing. It's like, I don't think so. And so if your challenge is too high and your skill is too low, you're gonna be anxious, which means you won't act. But if your skill is too high, and your challenge is too low, then you're gonna be bored. You're not gonna act because where's the fun? Where's the challenge? What's the point? And so if we wanna take action, if we wanna have no resistance, we need these two to be equal. We need the challenge and skill to be at the same level, or the challenge slightly exceed the skill. That's okay too. This is how we unlock flow state. This is how we get into flow. We're most present, we're most able to be one if we have an equal challenge and skill level. And so if you understand what skills you have or the things you love doing, things that get you into a flow state, you can start aligning your business to that. You can start aligning the things you're creating to that. And you can start figuring out ways to monetize that as well. So I love learning about spirituality. I love learning about business. I love doing business. I love deepening my spirituality. I love creating. And so all of these things are things that are reflected in my business. These are all things that I help people do. I help people unblock their creativity, deepen their spirituality, rediscover their infinite abundance. That's what I do. Why? Because those are things that I've done, and they're expressed in ways that I love to express. And so that's why I've created my coaching offer around them. I had skills, I had things I love, and they aligned with my vision. They aligned with me wanting to see more awareness in the world, more awareness of unity, more awareness of God's love and wisdom, more awareness of truth, of things that we need to know in order to live a more peaceful, a more joyful, a more happy, a more loving life. That's what I want to see. And that's how I align my business to create that. So when it comes to creating your mission map, finding your mission map, you start with your vision. You start with, what do I want to see in the world? And then you go to your skills. You go to, what am I good at? And you also go to, what do I love doing? These things might be the same. They might differ a bit. That's okay. You start with your vision. Go to, what am I good at? What do I love doing? My skills and the things I really enjoy. And then we talk about the most important things. What struggles have I overcome? Right? What things have I actually changed in my life? What things have I seen, had awareness of that I didn't previously have awareness of? And then I worked, and then I got over them. What did I tackle? What have I achieved? Right? Because these struggles, these pains, these are what you're actually going to create your business around. The flow state tasks, the things you love doing, that's awesome. That's what's going to want you to create. But when it comes to actually helping people with something that they've overcome, which is, how you can be a coach, then you need to figure out, well, what have I overcome? What is that thing that I want to do? And when you understand, like, what have I overcome, typically it's something that's like an itching desire. That's kind of like the fifth one. That's the fifth point. So we have like our vision, We have our things we love to do, the skills we have, the things we're good at as well. And then the next two are, what struggles have I overcome, and what pains or problems make me itch? Like, what do I need to contribute to? What do I need to solve? Right? I love YouTube. I love business. I see them as the ultimate vehicles for fun, fulfillment, and for freedom, especially freedom. And so I want to help other people be more free as I've learned to be more free through the vehicle of YouTube and business. I want to help people unblock their creativity, because unblocking your creativity and creating every day, it's unlocked joys, it's unlocked bliss, it's unlocked just fulfillment, like boundless fulfillment that I couldn't even be more grateful for. Deepening their spirituality, like this has been something that has just absolutely changed my life the last 3 months. And I've rediscovered the truth. I've rediscovered who I am. And it's so beautiful to see that. And so I just see these things that I've overcome. I see these itching things that I have to contribute to. And so I align my business to those things, because they're problems I want to help people with. They're pains I want to address, right? They're things I want to contribute to and give my love to. And when you figure out what those things are for you, you start aligning your business to that. And so that is how you create your mission or your desire map. You start with your vision. What do I want? What do I want to see in the world? You go to your skills. You go to the things you enjoy, the things you love. So it's like, what am I good at? What am I actually going to like love doing? And then you go to, what struggles have I overcome? What are the things in my life that I've been able to accomplish? And through those things, I'll be able to see what itching pains, what problems, what things do I need to contribute to, because I've overcome them. You are the avatar. You are the person you're trying to serve, more than likely. That is, in my opinion, the best way to like go about purposeful productivity, purposeful entrepreneurship. Because if you're serving your prior self, how can you not always want to do that? How can you not always see a pain you were going through and want to contribute to help someone overcoming that faster than you did? That is how you expand the collective. When we help people achieve pains, when we give people time back by them learning from our mistakes, that is how we expand the collective, because we're evolving people faster than we evolve. And if you help enough individuals with that, you start impacting the collective exponentially. Every individual you impact can impact other individuals. And so you are expanding the collective with every individual you impact. That is why purposeful entrepreneurship is king. Because when you help people with the problems that you've gone through, you start shifting how the entire world solves that problem. It really is like that. And so before your mission map to align, or your desire map, if that's your approach, for your mission or your desire map, how you actually start understanding how to align your business to purposeful productivity, how to start finding the things you want to address, you want to talk about, you want to help people with, you want to create about. That's your vision. That's your the things you love doing, the things you're good at, your skills, and the things you love. And that's the pains you've overcome and the things you want to contribute to, the itching desires you have to solve. Okay? So that's the mission map. Let's move on to offer creation now. So we talked about purposeful productivity. We talked about the mission map. Let's talk about offer creation. So I just told you about how you are the avatar. You are the person you're trying to serve. Your avatar is basically just the ideal client. It's your market. It's who you're trying to address. I've honestly kind of been thinking about pivoting my avatar back to like spiritual creators. Thinking about that because of like so like my new offer, I believe I think this is really what I want to do. It's gonna like be all inclusive of everything that I've done so far, and so it's gonna be unblocking your unlimited creativity, deepening your spirituality, and rediscovering your infinite abundance. And the abundance thing like includes the YouTube and the business aspect, but it's really all inclusive because it's the steps I went through, and it's how I got from like where I was, like 4.5 months ago to where I'm at now. And so it's really just my evolution of like creating coaching offers has just been serving my prior self better and better and better. And that's how you should see your offer. It's how do I serve my prior self? And so there's something called the rule of one that entrepreneurs say, you need to just stick to this until you're making your first $1 million a month. Just do this, okay? And it is have one avatar, have one channel, and have one transformation, one product. And so your one avatar is the person you're trying to serve, which is usually just a version of yourself. Your channel is how you like talk to those people, how you get like the market it to the product. And so that channel, for if you're like me, is going to be YouTube. And then your transformation is the actual product you're creating. It's the coaching offer. It's the thing you're going to help them with to help them go from A to B, pain to solution, or pain to desired outcome, problem to solution, right? That is how you're going to help your person. The transformation. That's what you're actually selling. That's the product you're selling, right? It's basically selling the vacation. That's the transformation, right? And so for the rule of one, we want to understand, okay, who is my avatar? And if you understand what desire or what problem, what problem or struggle you've overcome, then it's going to be very easy for you to be like, okay, well, I want to help myself, whatever version of myself that is. You know, like for me, it isn't like, you know, I help young black men who are spiritual create consistently. Like, nah, it wasn't that deep for me. You know, my people felt authentic as spiritual creators or spiritual entrepreneurs. And so that is my avatar, right? That's who I am. So that's my avatar. It doesn't have to be so one-to-one with you. You want it to feel authentic. So you figure out your avatar, and that'll be based on the thing that you've done, who you are, and the struggle that they have. You figure out your channel, which can be Instagram, it could be Twitter, it could be TikTok, whatever you want, but I teach YouTube, so if you're here talking to me, if you're here learning from me, it's going to be about YouTube. And then you have your transformation. That's like your actual product. And so in business, there's traffic and there's product. These are our two levers. This is how we make our money. The product is what we sell. This is the transformation they buy. This is how they actually go from A to B, how we give them the results. And the traffic, our marketing, is how we tell people about the product, how we inform them, how we give them value, so they want to come buy this thing, okay? And so for me, my product is my coaching offer. You know, I have a couple offers. I have my Purposeful Productivity course. I have my group coaching offer, my Digital Renaissance Creators community, which is my exclusive spiritual creator and entrepreneur community, which is my group coaching. I have my Purposeful Productivity course in there, which is valued at $444. I do group coaching calls in there every single day. I'm also making another course, my Infinite Abundance course, which is going to be like my all-inclusive course. That one will be like $2K, but you know, you can join Digital Renaissance Creators for $444 a month and get all of that. I think that's like the 5th link description. But I have a few offers, I have a few things because I've been building for a little bit. But your transformation is basically just what you help people do. Your product is what you give to people that gives them the value that helps them go from A to B. And your content or your marketing, your traffic, is telling people that you know what you're talking about, and so they come want to work with you, basically. Like, most of my videos are spirituality, their business, their YouTube. I'm going to start talking more about creativity again. I haven't really talked about creativity in a month and a half or 2 months, but you want to create content that's aligned with your product, because if we have a product that we want to sell, we need to let people know that we actually can help people with the problem. And so how do we do that? We inform people that we are an authority on the subject. How do we do that? We show status. We prove to people that, you know, we know what you're talking about. In some of my business videos, I say, you know, my name is Jaden. I'm a spiritual entrepreneur. I made my first $1,200 online in 60 days, 58 days to be exact. Right? I started uploading daily videos on May 15th. I launched my product on June 1st, got my first sale on June 12th, and on July 13th, I'd gotten my 8th sale, which got me to $1,200 online. So that was status building, right? I'm building authority by telling you about my journey. That's how you build status. You also just give value to people, right? And I like to say that value is really just bringing awareness. And so if you have your transformation, you have the product, the thing you're actually trying to help people with, going from A to B, whatever your problem is, bring people awareness to that problem. Wherever your desired outcome is, your solution is, bring people awareness to that solution. Whatever your vehicle is, how you go from A to B, bring people awareness of that vehicle. Show people what they can do. Show people where the problems are, where the solutions are, and how to go from problem to solution. Because if you show people that you know these things, then they know that if they come to you, you can help them. Okay, and so that's how we build status. We give people awareness, and we tell people about our own journey, and so that builds trust, that builds authority, and that builds a respect that is like, oh, this person has actually gone to where I want to go, and they can actually help me get there. That's very important. So how do you actually like physically create an offer? Okay, so there's a few ways you can do this, but I'm just gonna teach you the model that like got me my first $1,200. So basically what I did was I launched my product on a website called School, and School is very, very good in my opinion, especially for us that want to like host a not just a coaching offer, but also have courses included with our offer, and if we're interested, also host a community, right? And so School has a community aspect. It's like a forum page where you can come and interact. It has a classroom section that you can host courses. You can also sell courses individually through the classroom section. Pretty dope. And School has like a calendar, so you can organize events, basically like group coaching calls or just coaching calls, whatever. I have like my coaching calls in there, so I do two. I do one Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which is in the morning. I call it the consciousness expansion. And then I do another one Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday in the evening, and that one is like the group coaching and funnel review. So that one's more focused on like reviewing your funnel, looking at your business, or like you actually asking me questions. And so those are like the two forms of group coaching I do in my community, and those are all on my calendar. And so School really has like an all-inclusive way to give value to your community. Give value through written posts, or like have people share and interact with each other, which is also valuable. Give value through the classroom section, through courses, through content. Give value through calendars, like through events, right, through calls, which you organize on the calendar. And School also has the About page, which is your sales page. So you send people to your School sales page, and you see like how you can actually like pay them. You see the join there. You see like a video sales letter. If you have that, you can show any graphics, their copywriting. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. And School has your payment processing. Now, the only thing about School when it comes to payment, there's a few things. Is one, you can only go up to $999 on School, right? So you can only charge people like $1,000 at a time. And so School either has recurring payments, so you can have a free community if you want. I have a free community. That's the first link in the description. Me and my wife, Erin, got a free community, Spiritual Entrepreneurs. You're gonna come join up, deepen your spirituality, activate your next level in entrepreneurship. First link in the description, come join us there. But you can have a free community, or you can have a paid community, right? And so that paid community would be on a recurring, like monthly recurring revenue. So my paid community is 444. That's my Digital Renaissance Creators community. Access to me every day, group coaching calls every day. My Purposeful Productivity course, which is worth 444 alone. So really, it's just, it's kind of just a steal in my opinion. You're also going to get access to my Infinite Abundance course. Just saying. But that's like my paid community, which is a recurring model, 444 every month, right? And so that's how you can have payments on School. You can also have one-time payments in your classroom section. So in my free community, Spiritual Entrepreneurs, I sell my course in the classroom section. I also sell it on Thinkific. But in my paid community, Digital Renaissance Creators, it's there for free, right? And so in Spiritual Entrepreneurs, I have it there, and people could like buy it there if they want, or you could just come join Digital Renaissance Creators every month. You can get access to it with the membership, right? So you can charge people individual payments in either a free or paid community, and that is how you can also make money through School. So you can have a free model where you just send people to like a free community, and you can talk about, hey, like come buy my course, come buy this coaching program through like the classroom section. You can send people to a paid community, which is like, hey, come pay me every month, or come join for a month, whatever, get access to me. And you also get access to some other things maybe. And even in your paid model, you can also sell things in there. You can sell things through the classroom section. So you have flexibility, but there's only so much you can do on School, and you can only charge up to $999. So if you want to charge higher ticket, I also recommend having like Stripe payments. That's how I do my payments. And that's actually how, so like my client Lala, who is how like I got over my, got to my first $1,000 online. She actually paid for like my services for like the entire bundle for like 3 months. And so I gave her 20% off at the time. So she paid me $500 total. My package was $200 a month at that time, so $600, but I gave her percentage off for paying for upfront. And so she paid $500. And so I did that through a Stripe payment, right? And so you can also do that. And the way I was able to do that was because I was also offering free coaching calls, right? And so if you're interested in hopping on free calls with people, one, to just like, I honestly really just like free calls because it allows me to understand my market better. But at the end of the day, you should use your coaching calls to like see if people are interested in working more with you, because this is the game of business. We have to market our product, right? We have to tell people about it and see if they want to buy it. And if they don't, that's no problem. You just gave them free value. That was the point of the call. But if they are interested, then you tell them about it there, right? And I actually got 2 clients because they were interested in working with me, and they wanted to just learn more about the offer. They wanted to get some initial value, so they booked free coaching calls with me, and they were like, yo, I'm actually interested in working with you, tell me more. I told them more. I got sales. Right? But the main offer was the school, right, which is what I was hosting it on. So if you're interested in creating your own school community, I have a link that says start your own online education business for free. School allows you a 14-day free trial, and that's basically just my referral link. Basically, for my referral, I kind of so after your 14-day free trial, if you don't cancel, you'd be charged $100 a month to keep your community active, and school would give me 40% of that 100, so I'd get $40. So if you want to support the kid, but when it comes to school, what you want to do is just create your MVP, your minimum viable product. You have that MVP up, and then you want to start marketing every day after that. Because once you have something that can just, the bare bone things you need to just get sales, once you have that, marketing is your only constraint, because you need to just tell people about the product so they come buy it. You don't want to put a bunch of time into creating a product if you don't know it's going to sell. Actually, I really need to do this. Saying this right now, I actually really need to put my Infinite Abundance course on pre-order because I want to see if you guys will actually buy it and before I make it. I already need to make it for digital renaissance creators, but I want to see how much hype for the market there is for that. So let me actually write that down. Okay. Thanks for the reminder. Appreciate y'all. Anyways, so what I mean by MVP is minimum viable product. And when it comes to school, basically what that is a sales page. It's your about page, and your about page consists of 3 things. Well, 2 things mainly. If you don't have any testimonials, it'll probably just be 2 things. And that is your copywriting, which is the informative and persuasive text that's there to address pain points, tell people about who you are and the service you're providing, the problem you're helping them overcome. That's what your copy basically does. And you also want to have a video sales letter. And this video sales letter just is kind of explaining your copy just in more depth, right? And so what you want your video sales letter and copy to be a reflection of is your roadmap. And so your roadmap is how you get your client from A to B, how you actually get people the transformation that you're telling them about. Pre-order is like print on demand, sort of. It's a good idea to write that down and implement that. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. I gotta get on. I was actually telling Aaron that I was supposed to do that 3 days ago, and it's just been out of my mind. So I need to do that after this live. What's poppin' though, Jeremy? Glad you're here. I appreciate everyone that's here right now. So getting back to the roadmap. The roadmap is how you actually get people from A to B. Now, when it comes to creating your roadmap, this is important because it's actually how you're gonna deliver results for your client, but it's also how you're gonna structure your video sales letter. And so it's gonna give your client, or you're gonna give your prospects the knowing that you are actually confident in what you can deliver, because you have steps, you have action things laid out for them. And so when it comes to creating your roadmap, you want to start with your problem. You want to start with the A. You want to find your solution, the B, and you want to figure out, okay, what are the action steps? What are the mindset shifts? What are the things we need to implement internally and externally to get from A to B, right? And so that can be, I usually say I got this model from an entrepreneur named Evelyn Weiss, who she's like a queen on school, by the way. So definitely go check her out if y'all want to learn more about school. I got this model from her, creating your roadmap. And so it's her 9-step roadmap, which is having 3 main topics, 3 main subjects, 3 main steps, and then having 3 sub-steps in each of these, right? And so what you can do is figure out, okay, maybe step 1 is mindset. Step 2 is action steps. Step 3 is making sure that the mindset and action steps are implemented together, right? Maybe that's something you can do. And in each one, you have these individual mindsets and action steps that you need to get the person from A to B, to get them from 1A to 1B to 1C to 2, right? So that's what you want to do with your roadmap. And once you've created your roadmap, it allows you to use that roadmap to create your video sales letter. And so your video sales letter is going to be structured like this. You're going to introduce your client and their problem. You're going to introduce their pain points. You want to twist the knife. You want to talk about how what they're struggling with is keeping them in a place they don't want to be. And then you want to introduce yourself. So you want to talk about how you struggle with the same things. You want to talk about your journey, your progress, your pain, right? And as you talk about your pain to progress, you'll start showing people that you relate to them. They'll start trusting you. Then you introduce your roadmap, right? And so this is like, hey, I've overcome this thing that you've been struggling with. Here's how you can also overcome this thing you're struggling with. And you've laid them out, the roadmap, because you just created it, right? So you start with hitting on them, their desires, their pains. You start introducing yourself, how you went through the same struggles, and how you overcome to get to the desire that they have, the desired outcome. And then you show them the roadmap. Here's how you can do the same thing that I did. And then at the end, you start talking about what's actually included in the offer, what's included in the package, the actual deliverables. The thing is, we have a transformation that we want to get people, but the deliverables is how we actually help people do that. So my deliverables are my coaching calls, my courses, my like texting. You get my phone number and you can text or you can call me whenever you want for advice, for accountability, unlimited access to me, right? It's spiritual concepts, spiritual teaching, mindset shifts. It's meditations that help you deepen your spirituality, help you really connect back with your oneness. Like, these are the things that I give people, right? I give you actionable YouTube and business advice. This is what I do, right? These are the actual things I give you, right? But it's for your transformation of unblocking your creativity, deepening your spirituality, and rediscovering your infinite abundance. That is the transformation, but the way I help you get to that transformation is through coaching calls, it's through texting, it's through teaching, it's through courses. That is what I do, right? It's like specific tailored advice to your situation, right? That is what I do. That is actual deliverable, but it helps you get the transformation that you're coming to me to get, or the transformation that your clients are coming to you to get, okay? And so you have your roadmap, and you create your video sales letter around that roadmap. You create your copywriting around that roadmap, and that is your about page. And when you have your about page, your sales page, that's your minimum viable product. That's all you need to get sales. You don't need the course to be made, all right? You can make the course later, say it's coming soon, right? You don't need to be doing calls in there if no one's there, right? You don't need to be like writing mad posts if no one's there. You don't need to do none of that. Make the sales page, make the about page, have your minimum viable product, and then all you do is focus on marketing. All you do is go to content now. So now we're gonna shift, all right? So we talked about purposeful productivity. We talked about the mission or the desire map. We talked about the offer creation. Now let's talk about content creation and marketing your product. So I like to say that marketing every day is like the best thing you can do. Like, I say market every day. I market every day because you need to get people to know about your stuff. And so the more you do that, the more likely you are to sell your stuff. And so if you don't market every day, you're losing out on days to tell people about your things. You're losing out on potential nudges that could have gotten people to a sale, right? If you're not marketing every day, you're missing out on money. It's that simple. So I like to say market every day, right? Now, do you have to do this? No, but if you're starting out, if you're a beginner, you're gonna need a lot of reps, you're gonna need a lot of volume, you're gonna need a lot of traffic in general to convert that attention into money, right? We're in the attention economy here. We convert attention, we capture attention, and we convert it by channeling it to money, right? How's that done? It's done through a funnel. But you can't you can't like make any money if you've never captured the attention in the first place, okay? And so marketing every day allows you to get more attention captured because you're just doing it with more volume, which is more likely to lead to more money, right? So that's why I say market every day. What does that look like? Making daily tweets, daily posts, daily YouTube videos, and you have to CTA every fucking video, okay? If you're not CTAing in every video, if you're not CTAing in every tweet, every post, whatever, you're playing yourself. This is honestly why, I tried to go back to YouTube and Instagram. I've tried this 2 times already, and on this 3rd time, I tried it again, and I was just like, why do I need to learn this lesson the 3rd time? Every time I try to shift from something that isn't YouTube, I get distracted. My focus is pulled. I'm trying to I can try to get people from these different channels. It's just no. The energy doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to align myself to that. It doesn't make sense to give myself to that. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, so it's like, why would I do this? No, I don't want to do this no more. Okay, so I'm not. So I deleted YouTube I deleted Instagram and Twitter again, even after I paid for Twitter Premium for a third time. This is why you stop getting distracted, right, Jaden? Okay, so I just market every day on YouTube. I CTA every day in my YouTube videos or my lives, where I've CTA'd a few times right now. So a couple of people in here, yo, if you want some actionable advice, if you wanna level up, if you want some help deepening your spirituality, unlocking your creativity, rediscovering your infinite abundance, come out for a free coaching call with me. I'd love to help you out one-to-one. And so when you tell people about your things, right, they can actually be like, oh wow, I would love to do that thing. I would love that value you can provide to me. But they can't know about that value you can provide to them if you don't tell them about it. And the thing is, we need reminders, right? Because we're in the attention economy, our attention is usually getting pulled a lot, right? We're usually distracted. We're usually not like actually thinking about things that could help us in terms of like investments if they're not constantly being told to us, if we're not constantly around that energy. And so someone could see one of your videos and like hear your CTA, and that's like, okay, it was like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, that's fine. But does that mean they're gonna be remembering it like tomorrow? Probably not. They're gonna be remembering it next time they watch your video? Probably not. Which means you tell them it again. You do the CTA again. Every time you do your CTA, every time. Always CTA. Right? And so this is why I say market every day, and why I say CTA in every video. Because that is how you get a lot of reps in. That's how you get enough volume in. That's how you tell enough people about your thing so those people can convert. Hey Jaden, quick question. My product is ready and needed in my market, but my Insta and YouTube, should I create more content on a new topic, or is there a better? Please sell a charge. Nobody booked a call. How long have you been doing it? How long have you been going? Honestly, like, more volume is probably the answer, but I'm curious to see how long you've been going. Content. Yeah, how long have you been making product? I mean, how long have you been making content that's promoting that product? Two months? Damn. So you've been going every day promoting this product in like all your content for 2 months? Like, are you actually doing CTAs on all your videos and stuff? I do cinematics, which take 2 weeks to create one video. Oh, okay. So how many videos have you actually made? With the topic too? Oh yeah, bro. That's just nothing. That's nothing. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, you can't expect to get any sales with two videos. You know what I mean? Here's the thing, bro. You'll probably need at least 20 to 30 CTAs. 20 to 30 videos, like, with the product, talking about a product that's actually aligned with the topic of the product, right? So it's like, you can make, like, if you're, like, let's say, like, for my first offer for, like, creativity coaching, if I made videos that weren't aligned with creativity, it was less likely that I was going to get sales because my offer was about creativity. And so when you're talking and bringing value to the actual subject that your product is on, that builds authority, which means people actually want to buy it from you because they believe that you can help them, right? When you give people free value, they want to pay for your paid value. So you give people free value aligned to your product. You have a product, right, that's actually like a decent offer. And you have to just do that a lot. Like, you need a lot of reps. You need, honestly, at least like 20 to 30 like videos, like 20 to 30 mentions of that thing before you actually can like start seeing traction. Like, I was marketing my product every day for 28 days. No, that's not true. That's not true. I was marketing my product every day for like 14 days but it was because I had a previous offer that was like I was kind of marketing as well. So like I was talking about my coaching for at least like 3 weeks in a row before I even got a sale. You know what I mean? And that's because I was making videos every day. So I was literally on it every day, and people were hearing about my offer every day if they were watching my videos. And so that's eventually when I got my product, or got my sale on June 12th. So yeah, man, like you honestly just need more reps. You need more volume. You need more. Do you said you make Instagram and YouTube content, or do you just focus on Instagram? I'm actually like interested. Like, what do you sell? It's quite hard for the content I create. I understand. And so it's like, in terms of like marketing consistently, then you need to get more traffic. You know what I mean? So it's like, you can only get more traffic 2 ways. Get more traffic on an individual video, or make more videos to get more traffic, right? So like at the end of the day, you need to hit like a certain amount of numbers. I don't really know how it works on Instagram or anything. For YouTube, typically you can convert on like 1% of your consistent like numbers. So like, well, that depends on like how much you're charging. So like for my first 8 sales, I converted on 1% of my audience. And like I made my 8th sale like 750 subs. I got my first at 187, my second at 222, my third at 300, my fourth was around 450, my fifth was around 550, my sixth was at like 600, and then my 7th and 8th were both around 700 to 750. So like I converted on like 1% of my audience, and that was on like a low ticket offer though. So now like I haven't converted my high ticket offer yet, because it's $3,000. So that makes sense, right? It's gonna take more reps. It's gonna take more time. Let me see what she is. Green content. So I help new entrepreneurs make $1,000 online in 90 days by finding marketing gaps in their niche. Through ads. And I'm new with the green content and getting sales through YouTube. How do you make like? Honestly, I'd really love to hop on like a one-to-one call with you. Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing your name. Is it Sizmon? I'm sorry if that's wrong. But like honestly, I'd really love to just talk to you about it, because there's only so much like I can like really give to you like through like text. Like I'd really love to like hear about your situation and like process it in real time. So if you look in the second link to my description, you can book a free coaching call with me. You should do that. Is it Shimon? Is that how it's pronounced? Shimon? I understand. Yeah. I'd love to talk to you, man. And I could give you like some game on YouTube as well. But when it comes to when it comes to just marketing in general, like trying to convert attention to money, you know, like it takes a certain amount of attention to be captured, and at the same time, that attention has to see like your time, what you're actually selling, as valuable. What is your product? So it's like, is it like a coaching offer? Yeah, I think, you know, there's something else that's interesting. When it comes to creating marketing your product, is having like enough school community. Okay, I see. Does that include like a one-to-one with coaching and courses? Okay, I got you. So when it comes to like showing people, like building authority and like providing enough value to people that they want to actually come work with you, you need to give a lot of free value, and in order to convert to like paid value, more than likely. Or like when people, this is actually why I started like doing lives, because I wanted to like get more long form content and like interact with people more one-to-one, because that would be more valuable, especially like because I'm a coach. Since my product is aligned to that, it makes sense to try to align with people in terms of long form content and interaction. But when you're providing value to people and you're trying to like educate people, like, which is what you're trying to do, like you're trying to do like a school community and like coaching and stuff, when you're trying to educate people, you want to give people like a lot of value, And a lot of value can really only be given in like, you know, a long amount of time spent together in terms of like content watch, like watch time, okay? And so if you're only making reels, right, if you're only doing like short form, it's gonna take a lot more short form typically than if you're making long form content on YouTube. This is why like I honestly am like focused all on YouTube, especially for business. Honestly just love YouTube, and like that's where my heart is, so it just makes sense for me. But I genuinely believe that long form content just converts better than short form when it comes to like finding an ideal audience, finding like your true people that really resonate with you. If you find that through long form content, it's much more likely that you actually like resonate with somebody because of how much value they've provided, because of like their authenticity, the story, the things that they've presented to you that have like built trust and built relatability. Those things are much more likely to happen in long form, which is why podcasts kill so bad, right? Which is why long form does so well versus short form, in my opinion. And so you want to create like, you want to focus on like, how do I get people to spend as much time with me as possible so they see that my time is valuable, they understand that what I have to offer is valuable. And if they want something more intimate that's actually going to help them execute, going to help them get the transformation, going to help them evolve, then they can pay me, they can work with me, right? That is what we want to be showing people. So our marketing, our content needs to be as much value as possible, right? And it needs to show people that we actually have value to provide, so they want to come pay us for that value. And so the best way you do that is by long form content, in my opinion, right? It's really hard to show people and give people enough value through short form because it's just not enough time. You can give people gems in short form, but you can't go into much detail. You know, you can't explain things as well. You can't spend as much time together. You can't share your story as much, you know? It's just more value to do long form. And so in my opinion, that's like the wave. If you're thinking about like, I talked about this earlier, I'm not sure if you were here, but I was talking about the rule of one earlier, which is one avatar, one channel, one transformation, one product. And so like, just pick one channel, you know, Instagram or YouTube. And in my opinion, YouTube is king, just because long form is king. I also just love YouTube more. And I think that if there are more like people who are more interested in education are on YouTube, in my opinion. So when it comes to like trying to like promote your product, trying to market it, I believe YouTube is best. And so if you want to like provide more value to people, do more long form, I think YouTube is the best. And you want to focus on one channel, right? Focus on one channel. They like to say until you're making $1 million a month, just do one channel, right? And so I've tried to go to Instagram and I've tried to go to Twitter 3 times in my journey in the past like 3 months, and every time it's pulled focus. I haven't been seeing the results I wanted on YouTube. I wasn't making progress. I was just like, nope, let's get them out of here, right? And I refocused. I've gone back to YouTube. And this is what I want to do. And every time I'm just like, okay, how do I just do more? How do I do better on YouTube? How do I give more value on YouTube? And that's like where the lives have come from, right? Now I do the lives because it's long form content and I can interact with people, which would be more valuable. I can like CTA you live, like if you I'm not sure if you did, but like if you actually booked that coaching call with me, it was because you saw and you interacted with me and you're like, oh yeah, this guy could actually help me. Let's hop on that call together, right? That's the value of lives. And so that's why I'm doing them now, because it's more valuable and it can allow my people to spend more time with me, which is going to lead to more sales. Hope that was helpful. Is it Shimon? Let me know if I'm pronouncing your name right, if it's Shimon. Or is it Shimon? Is it she or is it shy? When you talk about spirituality, what do you mean by that? Well, spirituality is how do you classify spirituality? I'd say spirituality is being aligned with the divine and having God in your life. That's what I mean. Like, I'm very spiritual. God is everything. You know, if you just want to talk business with me, that's cool. But I'm a spiritual entrepreneur, and yeah, like I see everything through spirituality. So yeah, that's what I mean. Spirituality is the knowing of the divine, the search for the divine. So actually, let's talk about the YouTube funnel. I had like one more thing. Like religion, right? Nah, not religion. I'm not religious. I see religion as a vehicle for spiritual growth, but spirituality isn't as boxed as religion is. Not to like judge anyone in religion. I don't judge anyone. If religion is your vehicle for spiritual growth, that's awesome. But spirituality is much more like, it's less. It's not limited. Religion is very limited. It's very boxed. Keep on. Okay, we'll talk on the call. Sounds good, bro. Sounds awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the lecture. So I wanted to talk about the YouTube funnel. And so basically, there's 6 parts to the YouTube funnel. Let me actually get some water real quick. There's 6 parts to the YouTube funnel. So this is how we convert attention, how we capture the attention, and then convert it into dollars. So let's actually start from the bottom. We'll start at the product. So the product is the transformation, is the thing we're selling. It's how we're actually helping people. And so our content must be aligned with this product, right? And so we're gonna start, like, the base is the product. This is what we're trying to get people to, which is how we make our money. So understanding that, let's actually start from the top now. So at the top, we have our packaging, the title and the thumbnail. This packaging must be in relation to the video, right? What we're talking about, and it must show that we can bring value on a topic that is in alignment to our product, right? Because if we're talking about something that's misaligned with our product, it doesn't make sense if we're trying to optimize for business. Now, if you're trying to, like, personal brand, if you want to just talk about other things, that's fine. But for business optimization, your content should be aligned with your product. Very simple. And so we have our product, right? Let's say, like, for my original coaching offer, it was unblocking your creativity and becoming a consistent creator. So that was the product. And so I had my video that, like, super popped off, and was, I would say, is, like, the thing that, like, was the catalyst for my first few sales on that offer, was called "Your Creativity is Being Blocked at the Source." And that video's got 2,000 views now. And so it was addressed at people who, like, felt like their creativity was blocked, and immediately it was like hit with, like, spiritual concepts and, like, these things that was like, you're blocked because of your dissociation, technology and substances, trauma that's keeping you, like, not in the present, right? Separate and, like, not in oneness, keeping you separate and, like, not connected to your spirituality, not connected to God. If you're not connected to God, if you're not connected to the source of all creation, it's going to be very hard for you to create. So that was, like, the idea of that video. And so that video was, like, the catalyst for, like, my offer, right? That video, the title and the thumbnail is really just a selfie of me. We can't really talk about that. But the title is "Your Creativity is Being Blocked at the Source," right? And I talked about creativity, I talked about blocked, I talked about source. And it was a very interesting title because it's like, well, how is my creativity being blocked? What is this source of that blocking, right? What do you mean my creativity is being blocked? And so when it comes to creating, like, packaging that converts attention into like, and converts impressions into views, rather, when it comes to packaging, you need to create things that create what's called a curiosity gap. And this curiosity gap is created when we leave out information, or we evoke emotion like desire or a fear or love, or we, like, make bold statements or controversial claims. We do this to create a curiosity gap. And when, like, a curiosity gap is created in our mind, then we start asking ourselves questions. Like I said, it's like, what do you mean my creativity is being blocked? How do I unblock it? What's this source? Who is this source? Like, oh, really? Like, it's like, whatever. These questions start coming into your head, and the only way to satisfy them, the only way to get the answers, is to click. So this is what we want to do. We want to create packaging that asks people questions, that gets people thinking. It's like, oh shit, how do I need to know this, right? And they click. So we convert impressions into views through our packaging and by evoking emotion. And then when we converted the impression into the view, so we have our packaging, that's the top of our funnel, we go to the video itself, right? So we've gone from impression to view, right? So now we have a viewer, someone's watching our video. And your video consists of the value you're providing in the video and your energy, your authenticity, what you're actually radiating in that video. Now, like, people are going to resonate with people that they're attracted to, right? If you're attracted to my energy, if you like my stuff, if you like my things, that's because you like that you're attracted to that. But if I was, like, gloomy and I talked like this and you know, I don't really care about anything. It's like, oh yeah, God's lit, but whatever. You know, who cares? You probably wouldn't fuck with me, right? If that's how I talked, if that's how I gave off myself, it's like, I don't really like this guy as much, right? Because energy matters. How you're presenting yourself matters. How you're giving off your value, your authenticity matters, right? The thing is, people can want the value you provide. People can want what you have to say, want to hear those things, but if they're not resonating with you, if they're not feeling you, they're probably not going to want to work with you. So if we want to sell people on us, we have to sell them on us, right? If we want to sell people, we need to sell them on us. They need to want to be with, like, they want to work with us. They want to like our energy. They want to love it even. They want to know that, oh yeah, this person is going to take me from where I want to go, and I resonate with them, so I definitely feel drawn to this. That feeling of connection, that resonance, that comes from your energy, your authenticity. That knowing that they're gonna take you, they're gonna help you, you're gonna help them overcome their struggles, overcome their problems, get to where they want to go. That's because you're providing value. And so you have your authenticity, your energy, and you have your value. Like I said earlier, your value, what you're providing is, it's bringing awareness. That's all it is. Value is just bringing awareness to the problems that they're struggling with, bringing awareness to the solutions that they want to overcome, or solutions that they want to get to, and bringing awareness how they go from problem to solution, the transformation, right? And you don't have to talk about every single one in every video. You can make videos just about bringing awareness to the problem. You can make videos just about bringing awareness to the problem and the solution. You can make videos about just the solution, right? You can make videos about all three. You can do whatever you want, right? But the more you do any of those in a video, the more valuable it is. The more you bring awareness to people, the more people trust that you actually have value to provide, and you can actually help people with the thing that they want to do, right? The thing is, when we give people information, it makes them trust us, right? But it's like, oh, Jaden, if I give away all the information, if I give people all the value, what are they going to come pay me for? We're not getting paid to, like, give people information. You know, like, if you need to teach people, if you need to break people down, like, if you need to break down concepts, like, shatter limiting beliefs, like, I'm very good at that. If you need to teach people concepts, if you need to show people that what they're believing isn't serving them, if you need to teach people action steps or methods, that's fine, right? Teaching is a part of it. But we're not really selling the information, selling the teaching. We're selling the action, the execution. We're selling the accountability. That is the value we're providing here. That is what we're really selling. And so when it comes to, like, the value that we're really providing, we're giving people free value on YouTube in our content that shows people that we can help them, right? And our paid value is giving people the accountability for the execution that's actually going to give them the transformation. You can have all the information you want. Are you actually going to execute on it? And so people come pay you so they execute, so they have the accountability, so they can get to the progress faster. That is the value we're providing. That is extremely valuable. So that is what you do, right? And so you have your packaging, your title, and your thumbnail, how you convert people from view to impression. From impression to view. And your video is your value. It's your authenticity. And that is how you get people to actually like you and, like, be like, oh, this guy actually has value. This gal, this person has value to provide. This beautiful being has value to provide to me. Okay, that's awesome. And next is your CTA. Now, these next two parts of the funnel are how you actually get people from YouTube to your sales page. How you get people off the platform to the place where they can actually buy your thing. So you have your CTA, your call to action. This is telling people about your product. So your CTA should consist of addressing your avatar, addressing the transformation you help them achieve, and addressing where to go to help them find that out. And so my CTA, let's say if you want to join Digital Renaissance Creators, join my group coaching community, is, hey, if you want to unblock your creativity, if you want to deepen your spirituality and rediscover your infinite abundance through group coaching, through daily group coaching calls, my Purposeful Productivity course, my Infinite Abundance course, come join Digital Renaissance Creators and do that today, right? That's the 5th link in the description, I think. So that's my CTA, right, for Digital Renaissance Creators, right? That is me addressing my avatar. Oh shit, I didn't really address my avatar. I kind of did. But if you're a spiritual creator who wants to become a spiritual entrepreneur, if you want to do those things, that's my avatar, right? Unblocking your creativity, deepening your spirituality, rediscovering your infinite abundance. That's the first time I'm, like, saying this offer, right, doing that CTA, so it's kind of choppy. I've just been doing it like this live. I just knew I wanted to make this offer. It's not even live yet, so that's pretty funny. Anyways, that is the first part of the conversion process. The second part, we actually tell people, hey, go check out this link in my description, is the link in that description. Now, it's not the link itself, but it's the copywriting that comes before this link. Because someone could have heard your CTA and like checked out your description, and it might have been like, they might have been interested in what you had to say, they might not have, right? And so they go and they check that out, and if your description copywriting isn't emotionally invoking, if it isn't informative and persuasive, right, if it doesn't compel people, they're gonna be like, I don't know, man, I don't know if I really want to do this. Appreciate all the game and inspiration. Hey, means a lot, brother, that means a lot. Or sister, means a lot, my fellow beautiful being. Thank you very much, thank you very much. So yeah, like, when it comes to the CTA, that is the first step of the conversion process, but the CTA will lead them to the description, and if they don't see copywriting in the description that is inspiring or evoking emotion, it's like, ooh, this guy's gonna help me get the transformation, then why would they click on the link to get off YouTube? So we need not only our CTA to be good, or just, interesting enough, we need the copywriting that comes before our like link in the description to also be good, to get people off of YouTube, to get people to our sales page, or get people to like book a call with us or something like that. So the first part of our funnel is our packaging. So title and thumbnail, that's how we convert impression to view. Then we have our video. It's the value, the authenticity. It's how we actually get people to want to work with us by building trust, getting people to enjoy our energy, and by providing value that shows that we actually can help people with the pain or with the struggles they're trying to overcome. Next up, we have our CTA, which is how we tell people about, hey, if you're this avatar, awesome, I'd love to help you with this problem, go check it out, and this link in description, whatever. That's your CTA, that's the third part of the funnel. The fourth part is the copywriting in your YouTube description. That's actually gonna help people like determine if they wanna get off the platform of YouTube and go to this page you're telling them about. Go book this sales call, or go book this coaching call, or go to the sales page, go buy this course, whatever, right? Is this person actually gonna get off YouTube and go to that page? The copywriting before the link might actually determine that. So that's another important part. So that's the fourth aspect. The fifth part of your the fifth part of your funnel is your actual sales page itself, or maybe it's like your Calendly booking page for like my free coaching calls. If you guys are interested, come book a free coaching call with me if you'd like some direction, if you'd like some help unblocking your creativity, deepening your spirituality, unlocking your abundance, business, YouTube game, whatever, mindset, money, meditations. Honestly, I got it all, I'm not gonna lie. So if you're interested, come book a free 30-minute coaching call with me, second link description, right? That was the CTA. I told you about what I was doing. I told you, like, if you're interested in this, here's what I'll help you do. I told you where to go, right? When you would like go to the description, you might see my copy, like, oh yeah, okay, this sounds pretty cool. Let's click on this link, right? And now you've gone to my Calendly booking page, right? Now you're on this page, and this page is like, okay, this is telling me some things I like to see. This actually makes me want to type some information in so I can book this call with Jaden. Right? Or let's say I sent you to my sales page, right? For Digital Renaissance Creators, let's say that's my that's my group coaching community. Let's say I sent you there, right? You clicked on that link and you would see my video sales letter that needs to be updated, so don't worry about that. But you'd see my copywriting, and you might see like some testimonials on there. I got some social proof on there. That's what you'd see there, because that is what is like my sales page, and that sales page is informative and it's persuasive. The copywriting, we talked about this earlier in our minimum viable product, our MVP. It's displaying, hey, these are your pain points, this is who I am, this is how I can help you, and these are the things you're gonna get. That's your copy. Your video sales letter talks about, hey, these are your pain points, this is who I am, introduce yourself, tell them about your story a bit, show them how you overcome the problem, tell them about your roadmap, how they can overcome the problem, and then tell them about the package features, the coaching calls, the texting, the courses, right? The community, whatever it is, whatever you're offering, maybe an ebook, whatever you're delivering them, that is going to be at the end, right? So that's how you structure your VSL, your video sales letter. That is all a part of your sales page. Your sales page is there to give them enough information, evoke enough emotion to get them to move and to pay you money, right? And so once they've moved, they have the information, they have the things that they know they need to know, and they've been persuaded enough, then they're going to buy the thing, right? And so from the sales page, you go to the final end of the funnel, which is the buying of the product, the sale. So we have our packaging, our title and thumbnail. That's the conversion from impression to view. We have the video itself, which is our value and our authenticity. That is how we get people to cater to us, how we get people to like us, how we get people to want to work with us. Then we have our CTA and the copy in our YouTube description. That's how we convert views to like a sales page, or convert views to like a sales fucking booking page. There we go. My brain is just off right now. I've been talking for an hour and a half straight. So that is like converting the view, the attention, into like getting it to like a sales page or traffic, right? Converting the traffic to another source, getting them off YouTube and getting them to another source, right? And then our sales page or our booking page, or maybe like a sales call, is how we convert that traffic, that interested attention, into a sale, right? And once we convert them to the sale, we got to the bottom of the funnel, and that is where we give them the result. That's how we deliver. We give them a result, right? We give them the product, we give them the transformation. So that's the funnel: packaging, video, CTA, YouTube description copywriting, sales page or booking page, and then we have or sales call, and then we have the product itself, the actual thing they buy, the transformation, them getting the results. So that is our funnel, right? And having this funnel, we can understand how having this product creates this entire funnel. Having your product, having your offer, is going to tell you what you should have in your copywriting in your YouTube description. It's going to tell you what your sales page should say. It's going to tell you about what your CTA should be. It's going to tell you what you need to provide value on, make content about, and how you should use your packaging to capture the attention that you want to capture. Okay, so understanding your product, that really is the foundation. Your product really is the foundation of everything. If you'd like some clarity on like building your own product, I'd love to help you out. If you want, come join that second link description. That's my free coaching call. I'd love to help you try to figure out your offer, get clarity on that, so you can start taking action and you can start making money. Money is lit. I love making money. So I'd love to help you to make some money if that's something you're interested in. All right, come join me there. Second link description. Free 30-minute coaching call, man. Right? So that's basically the end of the video, the end of the lecture. We could talk about ruthless authenticity. We kind of talked about that already. Just be yourself. Please be yourself. Don't be no one else. Okay? Excuse me. I love talking about The Mask, the movie The Mask. I love that analogy. You wear the mask so long you become it. Take the mask off. The thing is, if you're wearing a mask, that means you're not vibrating at the frequency that you should be vibrating at. You're not sending out the signals that your true people would be attracted to, right? Because you're wearing this mask, which means you're vibrating mask energy. And so instead of vibrating mask energy, just vibrate authentic energy, and your authentic people will be attracted to that. Your authentic people are going to be your true fans. Your true fans are going to buy your stuff. That will lead to financial freedom. That's how you do it. So it all starts with just being yourself. All starts with just being ruthlessly yourself. It's scary being yourself sometimes. I get it. I really do. You know, I've still been struggling with this a little bit in the past couple weeks. But when you just go all in on being yourself, it's going to be the most freeing thing ever. It's so liberating, right? You feel like being yourself is shackled, right? Is keeping yourself in shackles. Oh, I can only hide and be myself. No. Once you let go of those shackles and be like, I can be myself whenever I am, and I am beautiful, and I am perfect, I'm divine perfection, man, you're going to be free, man. The anchors will be gone. You'll be lit. Alright, guys, so that was the end of the lecture. Let's stay around for, I don't know how long we'll keep going. If you guys got any questions, I see there's only one of you in here right now, but if you got any questions, I'd love to hear them. Ask me anything. This says business Q&A, but business was the focus of the video. But if you want to ask me anything about spirituality, about creativity, about abundance, YouTube, mindset, anything you got, I'd love to answer your questions. I'm here to serve the people. And also, guys, if you're watching this not live, leave any comments you got, for sure. If you're not like, if you're not interested in like a free coaching call for whatever reason, I don't know, or you're not interested in joining my free community for whatever reason, leave a comment on what your on what your questions are, the things you're going through, what you'd like to do. I love to just help you out, guys. Like, I'm here to serve the people. I'm here to provide as much value as I can. So if that's you, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to help you out. If we don't get any questions, though, we're going to end the live in about 5 minutes. Yo, what's up, guys? It's Q&A time. You got any questions? Business, YouTube, spirituality, creativity, anything at all, mindset, meditation, anything you got, let me know. Wow, what a beautiful day. Do you use vidIQ for keywords, SEO? Do you just post videos consistently with a great title? So I don't really use vidIQ or any tools like that. I have done like a bit of research in the keywords. When it comes to creating titles, you really want to try to like figure out like, how do I evoke desire in this title? How can I make people interested in this, right? And so like when it comes to like creating good titles, like having those keywords, all of that is just like, ooh, this is desirable, this is interesting, this is something I want to know, something I want to have, something I want to be, something I want to do, something I want to feel. Whatever it is, it's usually desirable, and that is why you click, right? And so basically, I've been making videos every day for almost 3 months, and so I've been creating titles every day for almost 3 months, and so I've trained this skill a decent amount of time. I do have a video. I have a few videos about titles, but let me just break down like some title games here real quick. So basically, when it comes to creating titles, we want to leave out information. We want to evoke emotion, like I was telling you, desire mainly, but fear, love, joy, these things work as well. We want to make a bold statement or a controversial claim. Polarizing topics do well because people that love them will click on them. People that hate them or dislike them will also click on it. I had a video called Stop Playing Video Games, Start Playing Business, and someone clicked on that video and commented, YouTube, stop recommending me shit like this. Don't know why you'd click and comment on the video if you didn't want to see more stuff like it. Anyways, I can't tell you, just polarize people, right? So when you polarize people, you get clicks. When you attract desire, when you like create desire, you get clicks. When you leave out information that people want to know, you create a curiosity gap. You leave questions in people's minds that they need answers to, and so they get answers by watching the video. There we go. Right, so that's kind of like the general strategy for crafting a desirable title. Now here's like a framework you could follow, right? So I got this from a writer. His name is Nicholas Cole. Super good. And so basically, you want to start with your idea, right? And so you start with like the core idea. So for this title, it was like basically just like creating a coaching offer, right? I just want to talk about like making an offer. And so I started with the title, and then next on, you have to craft a compelling promise. So this compelling promise is basically where the desire comes in. It's where the curiosity gap is created. It's like, what is this video about that I actually want to know? What do I want to see? What do I want to feel? What do I want to understand? And what is that thing that this video is going to bring me, right? And so you want to be able to step into the viewer's shoes when you're creating titles, because stepping into the audience's shoes, understanding what would I want to see, what would I genuinely actually be interested in clicking on, that is going to help you like create things that people want to watch. Mr. Beast says, just replace the word algorithm with audience, and you'll stop coping and you'll just start getting better. Right? Right? It's like, oh, the algorithm's been playing me. Oh, I can't do anything because the algorithm. No. The audience doesn't like it. Right? It's probably just because your titles fucking suck, they're trash, your packaging is garbage, so no one wants to watch your shit. That's probably what it is, right? Your videos might be boring, they might be low value, low vibe, low energy, and so why would people want to watch them? Who knows, right? And so instead of blaming the algorithm, blame yourself for not attracting and being able to keep the audience's attention, because what you're doing is trash. Right? Replace algorithm with audience. That really helps. So when it comes to crafting a compelling promise, you want to have something that is interesting, desirable to the audience, right? And so this video is how to create a purposeful coaching offer in business Q&A, something like that, right? And so you see purposeful, you're like, ooh, that's very interesting. How to create a purposeful coaching offer, right? So it's like, I want to create a coaching offer, so it's business, and it's going to teach me like how to do it purposefully, right? How to do it while I'm fulfilled, aligned with God, right? Those things got intrigued by you, right? You saw that and that was desirable, so you clicked, right? Or maybe you saw a business Q&A. Oh yeah, I can come ask Jaden some business questions. That sounds interesting. I want to click, right? My title says Purposeful Entrepreneurship is King. What do you mean by that? How so? Click, right? When you do these things, they create desire, they ask questions in people's minds that they want to click on, right? And so you want to craft this compelling promise, this thing that you're going to deliver on in this video that is desirable, so they want to click and watch the video. So you start with your idea, you craft a compelling promise from that idea. If you'd like, you can also target your audience. This usually does help, honestly. I've done this less so when I was talking about like spiritual entrepreneurship. I might shift now because now I'm kind of talking about like spiritual creators again. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure that one out, to be honest. But I got 2 sales by like having the word small YouTuber in my description. I mean, in my videos. So my most popular video at this point has got 5K views. Want to make money as a small YouTuber, post daily videos. I got a client through that video because she was not only interested in, you know, growing and making money as a small YouTuber, but she was interested in posting daily videos. And so she saw that and she's like, this is talking to me. Let's watch it. The video was valuable. She booked a coaching call with me. She said she was interested in working with me. Got the sale. My client, Tristan, he saw a video of mine and that was titled, If You're Willing, You Can Make Money Online in 30 Days as a Small Educational YouTuber. Right? So the promise is make money online in 30 days. Compelling promise, right? The target audience is small educational YouTuber, right? And so it was not only a promise that he was interested in, but he felt called because he wanted to make educational YouTube content as a small YouTuber, right? And so the video was 28 minutes long form. And so after he got to the end of that, he heard my CTA and he said he was running for his credit card, right? He's like, oh yeah, this guy's got me. That's how I got my client, right? And so when you have videos that are compelling, like when you have titles rather that have a compelling promise and target people feel heard and they're like, oh, this guy can really get me where I want to go. This guy can teach me what I want to know. And if you can teach people what they want to know and you can show people that you can get them where they want to go, they're going to want to work with you. So yeah, when it comes to crafting a title, start with the idea, craft your compelling promise. If you like, do some audience targeting, and then you clean it up, make it clear, concise. You know what I mean? But you have that. You have your ways to evoke emotion, right? The general strategies of leaving out information, evoking emotion, desire, fear, love, or making bold statements and controversial claims. Having polarizing topics, good for clicks. Good for clicks. You got any other questions, guys? Any questions at all? YouTube, business, mindset, meditation, spirituality, creativity, anything you got? Let me know. Let me know. We're gonna keep going for about 5 minutes if we don't got any more questions. Wow, the clouds and the trees. So beautiful. Ah. I need some food. We've been fasted today. Only coffee. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Ah. Well, if you guys are typing, I'm gonna do my CTA real quick. If you guys are interested in joining my free community for spiritual entrepreneurs, people who want to spread love, spread education, spread abundance, level up their spirituality, level up in their business, come join free community. It's my wife Erin and I's free community where we run that together, so it's pretty cool. We do weekly Q&As in there. I'm always in there dropping sauce through posts. Pretty lit. Come join up. Pretty lit. If you're interested in working with me one-to-one, I'd like to invite you to my 90-day abundance coaching, where I'll help you unblock your creativity, deepen your spirituality, and rediscover your infinite abundance in 90 days. So if you're interested in that, it's the third link in the description. Come work with me one-to-one. I'd really love to help you out. If you're interested in my group coaching offer, my Digital Renaissance Creators, my exclusive spiritual creator entrepreneur community, where you have daily group coaching calls with me. I also have my Purposeful Productivity course, which is valued at $444. That's currently in there. How to unblock your creativity, become a consistent and fulfilled creator, and start using your unique skills to build your online business. That's in there. 21 videos, 5.5 hours of content. Super valuable course. Aaron's been bigging me up talking about it, so check it out. I also have my Infinite Abundance course that I'm going to be creating, and that's going to be in Digital Renaissance Creators as well. And I'm doing group coaching calls in there. So all of that is $444 a month. So if that sounds interesting to you, you want to get direct access to me. Also, for the next 2 people, the price is going to be $444. And the next 2 people also get access to my phone number. So you can come talk to me, unlimited access to me. You can text me at any time. You can call me up. I'll always get back to you within an hour to 24 hours. That sounds interesting. I believe that's the 5th link in the description. You'll see it. Digital Renaissance Creators. Come join up. Activate your next level in spiritual entrepreneurship, baby. If you don't got any more questions, we'll be wrapping up in, let's say, like 2 minutes. So if you got a question, I'd love to hear it, all right? Also, if you're interested in working with me, but you're not really sure, hey, I'd love to invite you. Come up on a free coaching call with me. Second one. Yo, Frost, what's up, G? What up, brother? Man, pound it, dog. Pound it, bro. Much love, Frost. Much love, man. The OG right there. Sheesh. How you doing, my man? How you doing? Question. What would you say is your most important tip for some... Wait, what? Is this... Okay, I'm assuming you didn't finish. One trying to find their way or purpose in life? Ah, okay. Purpose. So I actually talked about this a bit earlier in the video, in this live rather, but I kind of broke down my mission map, which is kind of like how you start like trying to align your life to your purpose. And so there's five questions you want to ask yourself, okay? So you start with, what do I want to see in the world? That's your vision. What change do you want to see in the world, right? So for me, I want to see more people aware. I want to see more people free. I want to see more people in love, in wisdom. That's what I want to see in the world. And so my vision is to see a more united, a more loving, a more wise, a more peaceful world, a more happy world, a more free world. That's what I want to see, right? That's my vision. That's what I want. And so you start with, what do I want to see in the world? What is my vision? Next you go to, what skills do I have? What am I good at? And also, what do I love doing? What do I enjoy doing? These two might be the same. You might have some overlap here. You might have some differences here. That's fine. But in terms of what you're good at and what you love doing, you want to know those things, because those are the things you're going to want to put your energy into most. Right? So I love learning. I love teaching. I love making videos. Like, I see a few of my greatest skills and the things I also love doing as connection, being able to connect to people, as comprehension, learning and understanding concepts, and also communication, right? Understanding things, connecting things, communicating things, explaining topics, right? And so because I can comprehend, because I can connect, and because I can communicate, I align my business and my YouTube to that, right? That's what I do, and it's very purposeful, it's very fulfilling for me, because that's what I love, that's what I'm good at. And so what skills do you have? What do you love doing, right? So what is your vision? What skills do you have? What do you love to do? Then next time we're going to go on the next two. These are more like negative, but it's about alchemizing. It's about using the things that you've gone through to help others, right? And so what struggles have you overcome? What things have you done in life that have really been hard for you? Or what things are you currently working through? Like, what do you want to be out of? What things drive you? What fuel, like, what is this struggle that's like, I need to get rid of this, right? Or what was that thing that was what previously plagued you and that you've gotten over, right? What is that thing for you? And this fourth one is usually going to be alignment with the fifth one, which is what struggle, what pain, what problem. It just makes you itch, right? It's just like, it pains me that more people haven't solved this, that more people are going through this, that more people are struggling with this, right? And so for me, that's like being trapped in the mind, right? Which is why I talk about mindset and spirituality. For me, it's not being able to create consistently because of blocks, because of lack of vulnerability, or feeling like you can't express because of damaged authenticity, damaged vulnerability, whatever. Unblocking your creativity, right? So you can create consistently and have fulfillment through that created. That was something I struggled with a lot. That's something I want to help people with. YouTube and business, right? I see YouTube and business as the ultimate vehicles for fun, fulfillment, and for freedom, right? I want to help people be more free, right? And having money, having money does that, right? And so the way I've chosen to make my money is through YouTube and through business. And so I help people do that as well. And so when it comes to understanding like what can I do to serve people, right? How can I expand the collective consciousness? I see purpose as expanding the collective consciousness. You know, that's the point of purpose. But how the individual expands the collective, how the individual's purpose is expressed is unique because of the individual's desires, your struggles, your pains, your skills, the things you love, your experiences, your circumstances, right? All of these are unique to the self. And so the path that which you expand the collective is unique to the self. And so you start with the vision. You start with, what do I want to see, right? And then you go to your struggles. You go to your skills, right? What am I good at? What do I also love to do? And then you talk about your struggles, the things you overcome, and how you want to help others overcome those struggles. Like, which struggles specifically do you really need to solve? Do you really need to help people with? Do you really need to like alleviate, right? There are things in my life that's like, oh yeah, like I stopped playing video games. I don't really care about helping other people like stop playing video games. That's not as passionate for unblocking your creativity or deepening your spirituality or unlocking your abundance, right? Having freedom, reaching that through YouTube and business, right? Getting off video games or, quitting porn, those things aren't as passionate for me as these other things. And so my business is about those things instead. You know what I mean? But whatever that feels like for you, whatever you're passionately fueled by, that's what you always want to use, right? You always want to use the greatest energy source. You always want to be fueled by love, by fuel, like intrinsic fuel that's just like, I need to serve. I need to help others, right? When you're doing that, when you're living out of that, you will have purposeful productivity. You will have fun, fulfillment, and flow in your work, and that allows you to work more, work harder, create better work, because you're doing what you love, you're doing what you enjoy, and you're impacting people that you want to impact. That's purposeful productivity. If you guys want to check out my purposeful productivity course, it's the fourth link in the description. You can also get it for it's the same amount of dollars, $444, but you can come join my community, Digital Renaissance Creators, and you can get group coaching calls with me as well. I'm also dropping my other course, my Infinite Abundance course, in there. So you want to come tap into the purposeful productivity course, unblock your creativity, align with your purpose, start using your unique skills, your unique path to build your online business. I'd love to see you there. I'd love for you to check that out. 5.5 hours of content, super, super valuable. I see a lot more people join since I started spitting about purpose. So if you guys got any questions, I'd really love to answer them. We're gonna keep going to at least 1 o'clock. So I got another 11 minutes. You guys got questions? I'd love to hear them. Any questions at all? Mindset, meditation, money, right? YouTuber business, anything, creativity, spirituality, whatever you guys got, I'd love to hear. Why do you think going live is important? So for me, I wanted to start going live. One, because I like making long form content, and so going live is just a way to like do that. It's a vehicle for long form content. But at the same time, it allows me to interact with the people more, even if no one shows up. Well, that's the thing. Like, people do show up. And that's the thing. I actually didn't entertain going live until I got to this point where I was like, I actually have an audience that would actually come and join me on my lives now, right? And so that's actually how it is for me. Definitely amazing yo, I'm really glad to help you out, Frost. It means a lot, brother. You stay blessed, man. The support means a lot, man. You're an OG for real. It's not forgotten. It's not forgotten, my man. If you want to talk more, Frost, come book a free coaching call with me, all right? Second link description. I'd love to help you out, bro. I'd love to talk more. But yeah, when it comes to going lives for me, I love long-form content, so I wanted to create more long-form content. And doing lives is how I could just do that consistently. At the same time, it allows me to interact with my people more. Now, if I didn't have people to interact with, it'd be different, right? But I actually have an audience of 1,000 people, and I actually know like people consistently watch me and they can tune in at this time, and that people like find what I have to say valuable. And so I can interact and serve my people better. I can do market research better. I can also CTA you live to do coaching calls with me or combine my products. So for me, it makes sense. For me, it makes a lot of sense. Oh, there's no water in here. Pain. What a beautiful day. I love it here. I love it here. We are in Q&A mode. Drop them questions. Drop them. Drop them. Like it's hot. But let's say if you started off your YouTube channel, you had 0 subscribers, would you still go live? Honestly, probably not, right? Like I don't think so. Like the thing is for like lives, usually like the thing about lives is, so like for me, right, I start my lives off by teaching a lecture, right? And so I'm just talking, and so it's just like long form content, right? And so if someone comes in, they want to interact, they want to ask questions live, awesome. And then I host my Q&A at the end. So that's how I do my live. The thing is, I don't need someone to be there for the first part of it because it's just a lecture. I'm just teaching you something, right? And so if it depends on what you're actually doing going live, one, but at the same time, if you just don't have the audience, it realistically doesn't make sense. It'd make more sense to just focus on like making YouTube videos rather. I honestly I didn't even entertain the thought of going live until 2 weeks ago, and that was when I was already 2 months into making videos every day, and I had 1,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? So that's how it is. That makes more sense. Yeah, that's how it is, little Matt. Glad I can help you out, brother. If you guys got any questions on the topic of today's video, purposeful productivity, mission map, offer creation, or content, the podcast, yo, Daniel, I definitely got to get on that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely got to get on that. The lives are kind of like my itching the long form for me. But honestly, like I've definitely been thinking about like using the content I do have and like structuring it, and like creating like podcasts or like on here on YouTube. But I have actually been thinking about making one called like Infinite Abundance. That's an idea I've been entertaining. So yeah, that definitely is a way for me. That's definitely something I'm trying to do. I do have the one, like I have Spiritual Entrepreneurs with Aaron. So there's that. If you guys want to check that out, that's in the description. Would appreciate if you subbed over there. But yeah, I've kind of been BSing when it comes to making my own, because I'm like, I could just make long form like this, you know. But the pods are too good, man. I am gonna tap in. I am gonna tap in. Let me see. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. What do you think about testing videos to see which performs video? Oh yeah, definitely, man. Like I'm all about experimenting, man. Like I'm all about experimentation. You're like, I'm a scientist. Right? And so if you want to try something out, I believe that try it out, right? Get data. Erin was actually asking me about this today because she like recently started like wanting to try out having no thumbnail text in her thumbnails, just having like a picture and like just having like a title that just eats super bad, right? Just super desirable, like, ooh, this title's killing it, so I'm gonna click and watch this video, right? She said she wanted to like do that, and she's literally been doing that for a day. And she called me up right before the live, and she was like, yo, Jaden, I need advice. Like, I've been seeing the video like hasn't been performing as well, so I'm like, I'm not sure if I should like do this or not. And I'm like, okay, well, what do you feel like is better for you? Like, what do you want to do? And she's like, well, I want to keep trying this way out, right? But because of like the numbers, I'm like hesitant. I'm like, well, Aaron, you want to do that? I think you should do that. At the same time, you've only done it for a day, you don't have real data. You don't have real numbers, right? You got to do it for at least a week or two to get actual proof that what you're doing like isn't converting as well, right? And so when it comes to experimenting, when it comes to trying things, you got to just try it, and you got to like see if it works or not. Like you got to try it for at least a few days. Give yourself like a reasonable amount of data to work with, and you want to see if, okay, do I feel aligned with this? Does this actually feel correct? Does it feel authentic for me? And is this reflecting, right? Does this actually like, is this something I want to do? Is this something I want to be doing? So when it comes to like trying different videos out, see what you feel about like making those videos, and see how like see how those videos perform as well. Okay. Frost asked me a question about music. Let me see this real quick. Does music play a big role in your life? And if so, top 3 favorite artists? Okay, so music plays like a fairly big role in my life. I won't say it's like an extremely pivotal thing to me, but like I definitely, no, actually not. That's probably a lie. I wouldn't be who I am today without music. That's actually the truth. So I love music. I love dancing. I love like the music. Music really gets me in my body and allows me to like not be in here and like just be more like me, more present, because I'm like more in my body. I'm like more in my feminine when I'm listening to music and dancing. And so I really love music. I'd say one of my favorite artists of all time is Michael Jackson, easily. I'm also, my best friend creates music. I'm in love with all his stuff. His name is Ghosta, Ghxstaa. I love all his stuff. Another person, let me think actually. I'm not really like keen on favorites, to be honest, but I'm very big into R&B. So I'll give you like a few R&B people I really love. Her. Adele is not R&B, but I love Adele as well. Let me think. Bruno's my guy. I'm a big fan of Ed Sheeran too, and Sam Smith. Yeah, those are a few people. I'm honestly into like, I'm into like a lot of different music. Like I'm very into like, I mainly listen to like hip hop or R&B or pop, but I like indie stuff. I like jazz. I love jazz. I love like funk. I love like electro. Not really a country guy. But most other music I really get down with, honestly. Yeah, guys, if you got any last questions, we're going to be wrapping up in 2 minutes here. So if you got any last questions, drop them. If not, I really appreciate all you guys popping out, showing the love, showing the support. It means a lot to me. Also, if you guys are here, if you're not in my free community, Spiritual Entrepreneurs, I'd really love for you guys to join up there. I do weekly Q&As in there. Aaron and I host those every Sunday from 3 to 4 p.m. EST. So you can come in there, you can come talk to us every week. We also, like, I drop like posts in there most of the time, dropping game on spirituality, on business, on content. So I'm in there, always dropping value. I'd really love if you guys join up there. You can also connect to me on there. You can come like shoot me a DM on school. I don't have other social media, so school is like the only way you can reach me, or YouTube, unless you hop on a free coaching call with me, or you buy my stuff. Doesn't seem like we have many questions. Let's do some deep breaths together before we end the live. Anytime, amazing live, great advice and vulnerability. Really appreciate your time and your thoughts. Keep the great work, man. You on the way up. Yo, Frost. Much love, OG. Much love. It means a lot. Let's do some deep breaths together before we end this out, alright? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So this last one, and on the exhale, we'll open our eyes. And exhale. Let's see if anyone dropped any questions while we were doing that real quick. Got anything here? Nope. Alright guys, well, we're gonna end it here. Much love again. Appreciate all the support. Daily lives are gonna keep coming. If you got any suggestions for lives, anything at all, I'd really love any comments. Let me know what you love, what you want to hear me talk about. Anything when it comes to spirituality, creativity, abundance, YouTube, business, mindset, meditation, purpose, anything like that. Anything you feel like would call, like anything you're feeling called that you need on your journey that you feel like I could help you with, I'd love to help out. I'd love to help you. I'd love to make content about that. And if you'd like some one-to-one, some individual help, hey guys, free coaching calls, 30-minute coaching calls. That's the second link in the description, all right? I'd love to just help you out individually. That's what I get my greatest joy from, helping the individual, because I feel like I'm actually making a greater impact. So that's something you're interested in, come up on a free call with me, all right? Second link in the description. Do it today, be better for it tomorrow. I'll catch you on tomorrow.